Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is MS Collections. Thank you always for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel, okay, and like this video, share the video if you find it interesting. In today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to make this dress, how I came about the upper part of the dress, okay. So this is it, guys. For this particular tutorial, I'll be learning the pattern drafting for this dress, and I'll be taking you through in the part 2 of the video on how to make the dress with the cape, okay. The same method we use to achieve this style, they are similar styles, okay. So stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm sure you're going to like it. Okay, so I've already drafted out my basic lines. I'm just going ahead to label it. I have my chest line, my bust point, my half cut, my waist, my hip, and my allowance. Okay, so go ahead and mark yours, then go ahead and mark your shoulder. That's what I'm going ahead to do. I'm going ahead to create my armhole, my shoulder slant, to enable me create my armhole as well. So please do that as well. Okay, just basically draft your basic bodice pattern. Okay, so I've done that already. The next thing I'll be going ahead to do is to mark my nipple to nipple measurement, but before that I'm just going ahead to mark another line. This line is where I want the height of my bustier cup, okay. So I marked it from 5 inches at the 5 inches at the top, okay. So wherever you want the height of your cup to be, go ahead and mark, and then mark your nipple to nipple line across your lines, okay. So that's what I'm going ahead to do. And then on the half cut line, I went by the sides by 1.5 inch, and then towards the center by 1 inch, as you can see me do, okay. So towards this center it's 1 inch. This line I'm drawing, okay, I marked 1 inch from the nipple to nipple line, and then this other line is 1.5 inch away, okay. So I'm going ahead to connect these lines to my bust point, as you can see me do. Please do as well, and then connect to the top as well. Okay, so we are done with that. I came to my chest line, I went down by 1/2 inch, and I'm going ahead to connect to the top of the cup to serve as my depth. That's my cup depth, okay. So of course it's as desired, okay. Then I'm going ahead to mark my bust measurement and then replace the allowances, okay. But before that, look, I came down my armhole by 1/2 inch as well, and this to just enable me to, you know, connect the second part of the cup, so you can see what I'm doing, okay. Go ahead and connect as so. Okay guys, so we are almost done with our bustier cup, as you can see, and the next thing will be to mark our measurements and replace, okay. So that's what I'm doing. I marked my bust point, then I marked that allowance I took at the top. I went ahead to mark, and I marked my allowance. The same thing for the waist, guys. Now for the waist, go ahead and mark the same thing for your hip. Mark your measurements, replace your dart allowances, and add your allowance. Now if you want to snatch, I snatched this dress, I snatched 1 inch away from the dress. So remember, I lost 2.5 inch when I was taking the dart to create the bustier, to create my bustier cup. So now instead of replacing 2.5 inch, I went ahead and replaced just 1.5 inch, so to enable me lose 1 inch for snatching, okay. And then I believe you can watch what I'm doing, guys. Go ahead and curve the end of your dress. I curved the dress from the base of the dress. I went up by 1.5 and I just curved the dress as you can see me doing the video. Okay guys, so basically that's it for the drafting. It's very, very simple. And I'm going ahead to cut, but take note that as I was cutting, I didn't cut exactly. You can see that upper part, I didn't cut exactly because I will be taking my side dart. Okay, so you know when you take your side dart, the lines are no longer equal, so I left that excess so that after I take my side dart, I'll go ahead and remark. Okay, so that's it. I've cut it out, and then this is my yoke. I'll keep that aside and show you what to do with it. Okay, so I have my basic bodice ready. I'm going ahead to take my side dart. I came down by 2 inches, and then I took my connected to the bust point. So 2 inches from the bust point line, come down. You can come down by 1.5 inch depending on your measurements. I'm going ahead to slash it open, and then I'll connect it back together as you can see me doing the video. Connect it back together, pin it, or if you have a seal tape, you can go ahead and tape it down and then remark the lines before you cut, so you can see what I'm talking about. Yes, so that's it. So that was the reason for that excess there. So I'm good to go. I'll just go ahead and finish cutting up my pattern and I'm good to go. It's very simple, guys, and I try to make it as easy as possible so that you won't find it difficult. If you've watched up to this point, it means you probably like what you're watching. Please do well to like my video. If you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe, share the video, and most importantly, please turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I drop the part 2 of this video and other content that I get to drop, because I always drop amazing content on this channel. Okay guys, thank you. Okay, so this is it, guys. We are done. It's very simple, trust me, it's very simple. So I'm going to keep that aside and then work on the yoke of my dress. So I'm going ahead to close up that allowance on the yoke. Remember, yeah, this is what we have. We are closing up the allowance because we took that out on the dress. Okay, so close up that allowance at the yoke so that we can get the actual shape of the bustier cup. Okay, so this is what we have. After closing up the allowance, this is what we have. So what I'm going ahead to do is to take this to another piece of paper and recut. Okay, yes, because this shape is kind of distorted. But before that, okay, so before that, I want to cut out my back piece. Okay, so this is in my back piece. It's very simple because I'm using corset loops at the back, so, and I won't be using the center piece because of the modesty panel. So I'm going to just cut out this side piece. You can watch out what I'm doing. I just took the side piece. That's what we'll be needing for the back. I just went ahead to mark, draw the exact same shape, leaving out the bust. Please, we don't need any bust at the back, so leave out the bust and then look at it. We are very good to go. It's very simple. This method has proven very simple for me, and you can try it out just in case you haven't. These are back piece. Remember, we are not using the center piece because the corset loops are going to be on that area on this back piece, so we're going to be using a modesty panel to cover it up. We are good to go with our back piece. Okay, so now it's time to work on the yoke for the front. So I'm going to carry this yoke and I'm going to remark it as well, so you can see this, guys. I'm going ahead to redraw this. Okay, remember I told you that this shape is kind of distorted, so we need to redraw this, okay? And you can see what I'm doing. Just watch carefully, guys, and follow me. Okay guys, so I'm done and this is what we have. So I'm going ahead to just quickly correct this shape because as you can see, my shoulder slant is a little bit so deep. Yes, because of that closure we did. So I'm just going ahead to readjust it to make my shoulder slant as it's supposed to be, and then I'll go ahead and lift the base of this part. So you can see I'm just going ahead to correct my shoulder slant as well and remark, and then I'll make the adjustment also at the base of the pattern. Okay, if this seems a little bit difficult for you, another method you can try is to just on another piece of paper remark your upper part. Okay, remark the upper part, then just carry the pattern draft, the first pattern draft with the closed up allowance, place it on it, and then just get the curve of the bustier part. Okay, so these two methods work very fine. Okay, so that's it guys. You can see, like I said, because I readjusted my shoulder slant, I had to readjust the down as well. Like I said, two methods I've explained. I really hope you get it, but I will be doing many videos like this on my channel, so do well to stay tuned so that you can get yourself familiar with different methods I use to accomplish different results. Okay, so that's it guys, very simple. And as you can see, I added ½ inch at the base, but I later cut it out because I just decided to replace it on my fabric. Okay, so you can decide to replace on your pattern or your fabric depending on what you want, but just make sure that this yoke is accurate in measurement to what you need. Okay, just be sure to cross check your measurements to be sure that it's accurate. Okay, so this is it guys for the yoke, very simple. Then I'll go ahead to cut the back yoke as well. The back yoke is going to have a keyhole neckline, and I'll be showing you how I went about that. So as you can see guys, I'm just going ahead to remark, okay, just to get the angles that I need, and I'll trim off the excesses. Okay, so after I've done this, I went ahead to trim it off like I said I would do earlier, and after doing that, I went ahead to now cut the top, and then I'll just shift it inside, okay, which is just my overlapping allowance for the keyhole. Okay, and then I went ahead to cut the exact same shape. Okay, so guys, for my neckline, for the front I use a width of 3 inches by a depth of 3 inches, but for the back I'll use a depth of 1.5 inch. Okay, so I went ahead to cut out my neckline as you can see me doing the video. Obviously the back neck and the front neck are not the same. Okay, so I went ahead to remark and cut. Okay guys, so on a closer look I realized I used 2 inches. Okay, so 1.5 inch, 2 inches is just fine. As you can see, the kind of neckline we have for the style. Okay, so I went ahead to do that, and then I'll also mark the angle at which, look at that angle I'm marking. Okay, so I'm going ahead to mark that angle because that will serve as the width for my keyhole neckline. So I went ahead to mark where I want the keyhole to begin from, which is like, I used about 2 inches away from the neckline, and then I went ahead to connect, as you can see me doing the video. Okay, and then we are good to go guys. This is very simple. Okay, so this is very simple. This is what we'll be using for the back. Just in case you think this keyhole is too wide for you, go ahead and make it smaller, or according to what you desire. Okay, there's no hard and fast rule. Okay, so guys, yoke is ready for both front and the back, and then I'm just going ahead to show you what it looks like. This is it guys. So just in case you want to make a yoke without a shoulder seam, okay, you can, at this point you can seal tape the patterns together and cut on your illusion net or tool or whatever it is you want to use for the yoke. Okay, that is if you want it to be seamless at the shoulder line, you can tape it together. I did that here. And next up guys, I'll be using this liquid Mikado fabric. I'll be using it for modesty panel, so I'm going ahead to mark it. That is what I'm marking. And for the modesty panel, I just went ahead to mark the length of the back piece is the length for the modesty panel, and I think I used a width of 14 inches. Okay, because what we lost at the center piece put together is 8 inches, and then I wanted to go inside by another maybe 4 inches, and then start from the other side by 2 inches. So after doing all my calculations, I arrived at 14 inches, and that is just what I went ahead to cut. It's very simple. It's just you cutting a square or a rectangle like shape just based on your measurement, and that is it for the modesty panel. Okay, so I have this other part I cut, which is for the cape. Very simple. I use a length of 40 inches, and I got this length by measuring round the shoulder of my client to where I want the cape to stop, as you can see in the picture. So I cut it already, and I'm just going ahead to show you. I just did that curve. It's bigger behind, and then it came in smaller in front. So that is it guys, and we are done with our drafting. So thank you for watching. Please make sure you stay tuned for the part 2 of this tutorial. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.